All right. We're here with the mixed game series tonight. We're playing 8-game, and we have the lead for the Player of the Year series. We've got a 35-point lead, and we're trying to hold on to that win. Who are the people that we're worried about? We're worried about Patty98 and McVean. McVean's got a win to take it away from us, and Patty's got to finish top 3. So those are the things that we're concerned about. But regardless, we're going to try to do the best that we can. We're playing 8 games tonight, so we're going to rotate between 8 different games. I don't really know the order off the top of my head. I believe it's deuce 7, low, then fixed limit, Omaha, high, low, then the 3 stud variants, no limit, hold'em, pot limit, Omaha. I think I'm missing one. I guess we'll figure it out. There's 8 games. I think I listed off. Oh, we moved. Now we're at Patty's table. This is the other person that we're anti-sweating. Patty cannot finish top 3. And granted, we can do well enough that even if they do finish in one of those positions, we can hold them off. So that's always an option too. Three, we would have to draw for the low. I'm not gonna draw 3. If it would have been, if we would have had like a 7 or preferably a deuce or 3 to go with it, I probably would have played this hand. But having to draw 3, I'm just gonna let it go. Again, have to draw 4 here. Gonna let that one go. I should keep the lobby readily available too. We're at 38 entries. That's going to be an important piece in this. See, here's a pretty good one. We can draw 1 and actually be in a pretty good spot. And it's going to come down to me versus Patty. He drew 2. We should be in a pretty good spot, but we just can't... Can't seem to draw a meaningful card. We were trying to draw to it, and we just paired up. He checked out. He was drawing to a much better hand, but we couldn't hit anything. Yeah, make sure to get those guesses out in the chat if you're watching live on Twitch. You can get those guesses in for the Twitch giveaway. I see Evil Roy's out there putting his guess in of 10th. He's guessing that we'll finish 10th tonight. If he gets it exactly correct, guess what? He wins one of our fabulous prizes. Here I can, because I'm going to draw 2. So let me go out there and enter in all those guesses that we have, which is just Evil Roy. 1, 2, 2, 2. 4 is the nuts. 6 is close enough to the nuts. So we want one of those. 8 is pretty good too. 6, like I said, pretty good. We'll take it. He's going to draw 1. We're going to pat. We hope he hits like an 8. Otherwise, we're just going to take that one down. Do we want to play this? We could draw to an 87. Is drawing to an 87 good when we're going to be in position? I think so. So I'm going to go with drawing. I think this is like the worst hand we would want to have. But when we raise and take it down, mwah, beautiful. We can draw to a 73. That works. Sounds like it also a lot of fun. Yeah, the tag team was a lot of fun. Wow. We just straight up hit the nuts. Think. Raise. He's discarding one after he bet 4 streets. He's still discarding. Little does he know we have the nuts. Limit hold'em. New game. Look at that. Look at us off to a hot start in triple draw. You absolutely love to see it. Patty's going to have position on us, though. I'm not too fond of that fact. Pretty good spot for him to bet, I think. We're just kind of dead. We're just not going to put another chip into the pot. I think limit hold'em was the one that I forgot to say before when we were talking about games. Because it's triple draw, limit hold'em, limit Omaha high-low, stud, Raz, stud 8 or better, no limit hold'em, pot limit Omaha. That's the 8. That is the 8 games. Hey, Captain Walleye out there. How you doing? Little known fact. Captain Walleye, I saw him in chat today because he just guessed 7th, and I also saw him in real life. We played at the same table for a little bit. He doesn't need to ask me how the tournament went because I wouldn't be here if the tournament was going well. We were potentially going to miss this opportunity to play for the mixed game title if we would have done well in the tournament, but we did not. Fortunately, Walleye suffered the same fate as I did. Such is the life as a poker player, though. I don't play King 4 suited in limit hold'em, do I? Because it has... I mean, I can draw for cheap. But it's also a struggle to get paid when I do actually hit. I don't know. I always forget how to like adjust for limit hold'em. I think limit hold'em is one of Patty's strongest games. So I kind of just generally want to like not let him do much. He's really loving that turn bet when he can upsize. Maybe I should copy what he's doing. I think we defend. I don't know for sure, but I think we defend. Look, we have the nut low. Here comes 200. But yeah, if you're out there, make sure to get your guess in for the giveaway. It's still early on. You still have, when you're hearing this, probably about like 3 minutes or so to get your guesses in. Why can't I hit a pair? Maybe I take the Patty turn bet approach. It worked. Maybe that's the secret. Check flop, bet turn. Yeah, the tournament did go way too short for us. Sorry, I'm typing out our Diesel's guess. I'm gonna raise. We've got ace 8. It's probably gonna incline go call, call, call. We're gonna play 4 ways. 3 ways at least. Do I check flop here still? Sure. I'll take. I'm stealing Patty's move. Went check check really quick. Ha. We've stole the Patty. It sounds like I stole a hamburger, but I think everyone knows what I was trying to get at. I don't like playing limit hold'em. I really don't. I think one of the strengths of my game in no limit hold'em is bet sizing and being smart about bet sizing. You can't bet size in limit hold'em. There's probably some strategy around pot size and when you can make big bets and stuff like that, but I don't know enough about that, so I'm just gonna say there's no bet sizing stuff that you can do. Twitch, it takes away one of my edges. I'm also unsure in limit Omaha high-low how I'm going to do in that. Uh-oh, we got Kelly S in chat. She's on our table and in the chat. Good luck out there, Kelly. I would absolutely, nothing would make me happier if you could take all the chips away from Patty. You could take every single one of their chips. And then after you do that, you can take all my chips. I fold. Ooh, they went for the check raise, Shamu did. And bet call river. Oh, check, check, river. Ace, ace. Our 3 would have not been good. I fold. I'm just like on the edge of my seat waiting for the games to change. Is it really? It's taking 10 minutes to change the games? So that means we won't even get to No Limit Hold'em until after break. Oh man. No Limit Hold'em round is gonna like bust a lot of people then, isn't it? Because we're going to play for an hour, people will start getting short stacked, and then all of a sudden it's going to throw them into no limit hold'em. Man, that's going to... Everyone is going to bust during the no limit hold'em phase. Because all of a sudden someone gets into their comfort zone, and they're short stacked. They know what to do short stacked. Just get it all in. Do we dare let him peel another card? I mean, we do have a heart. Okay, the 4 was actually a pretty good card to have pop off. Calling isn't necessarily the best because we let other cards come in. Like Queen Jack now beats us. If they raise, we fold. If they call... When they fold, I think we call, but we lose to Queen Jack. Or Jack 8. At 2. If we raise, though, I think they still stick with it. I hate limit hold'em. Ah. Yeah. Good, Kelly. You do the work for me. Such a small bet. Presume that's why he does the check and then bet big on turn. Because then all of a sudden this is 200 into 450. I just can't bluff in this game, can I? Ah! I can bluff! Ah! Honestly, there is no way I was going to bluff until he took so long to call and then check. Limit high-low, so we do have a high hand in King Jack suited. We do have a low hand in Deuce 3. Obviously, we'd like to have an ace, because then there's some sort of like overlap with the high and low, but I think this hand is still decent enough, especially in the limit version, to play. So we hit King 3 for 2 pair. We don't have a low. Flush comes in, which is not good. But we can bet once and then just move on with our life. We have a better 2 pair, but so many straight and so many straight combos out there. He's got a set. 10, 8, 8, queen. No, thank you. I wanted to bet turn so I could have the bigger bet size, but I don't think that was necessarily the right turn to bet because it brought in so many draws. Then he obviously hit a set, but I don't know about that one. Regardless, didn't lose a whole lot. Can't win every single hand. We are at 59 entries. Late reg closes in 18 minutes. So it's kind of like our normal structure. We're 40 minutes after the hour. The registration will close. We just hit 60 entrants. We're kind of, Poker Geek is towards the top. We're hoping Poker Geek does well. He's a pretty good mixed game player. Uh-oh. We moved tables. Someone is sitting out. Here we've got our friend B Jammin, East Coast Bitter. We haven't seen him in a long time. Binkley at the table. King, queen, suited. Queen, queen. Queen 3 suited. I think is just too good to not raise. So we're probably going to go bet, bet, bet. But we'll see what turn and river does. Obviously, there's no low except for a backdoor. They would have to backdoor into it. They'd have to get like a 5 and then something else. We've got an overpair. the nut straight draw, and trip kings. We've got trip kings now. Unfortunately, they don't do that much good when they're in our hand. We would happily pitch this one for a different card. However, if a straight comes out where you need a king to hit it, we're in pretty good shape. So we have the nut flush draw. That's the plus. Negative, the low is already out there. So deuce 3 has the low half of the pot on lockdown. Good news after that. So it was good news, bad news. Now the good news is there's 3 people in this pot now. So if we can lock up that high, we would take half the pot, where they potentially would split the low. It's more likely to split the low in this situation than it is the high. We're going to bet our nut flush. Hopefully no one's got aces, 8s, 5s, ace 7, 8, 7, or anything like that. So East Coast Bidder takes down the low. Didn't know that he was getting that when he called with a straight, but we had the flush. No one had a good low there. Crap, crap, crap. We don't want to play that hand. $63 entrants. With another 15 minutes of registration. Still in 8th place. That's a good spot to be. Did Patty bust yet? No, of course Patty didn't bust yet. Oh, RecPoker Steve was able to play. He posted in the Discord. He wasn't sure if he was going to be able to play, and there he is playing. Tricking everyone. This is like the worst card to have as a 9. These are terrible low drawing hands. We're just going to say thanks, but no thanks. Look at that. We would have flopped absolutely nothing. Not a single thing. Nothing would have been good in this hand. All right. Bad. Pretty bad. Man, I should have played the Omaha high-low. They had it at the MSPT. There was only like 100 entrants to it. Like, it could have been a fun tournament to play. But it was the same day as the tag team, and I didn't want to risk potentially running deep in the Omaha 8 or better and miss out on the tag team event. So, I mean, the good news, you might have seen me type it out in the chat earlier, but Chris Jones and I were a team, and we made a good run in the tag team event. We took 10th. Final table bubbled. And it was an absolute grind. I don't think we were ever above average stack. And we were constantly operating below 10 big blinds. Bad. High only. It does have double flush potential. I guess we'll play it. It's a high only hand with like this isn't a good pair to have. This is the absolute poop of a flop. Because we have no high and no low. The only thing that really saves us here, it's not even worth bluffing at this. This is just like a pure like give up because someone's going to call with a low. We can't steal the whole pot. We could only potentially... Oh, there was the 9. I was going to say like the only thing that could save us is exactly the 9 of diamonds. That wouldn't have... He had a flush. Queens with 2-3 is decent enough. It must be the rose between 2 thorns. Is he trying to talk about me and Binkley? Easy call for us to make in the big blind. We're going to be out of position, but we're going to know exactly how to play our hand. When we hit queens, then it's ace, king, 9. No low, only a backdoor low. If this would have been a 8, I think it's worth calling because then we have the nut low draw with a flush backdoor potential. But with needing to go backdoor flush or backdoor low or potentially a 2-outer for a set, I'm going to say no. And that deuce would have crushed our odds. It would have like kicked us square in the face because then we can't get a low. Queen, it's interesting. Would have lost to aces. Ace, king, ace, jack, double suited. It's a high only hand, but one of the absolute premium high only hands. You really can't ask for much better than ace, ace, king, jack, double suited in high only. But this is high low, and that is very much a low board. It's very much a low board. Ace deuce is way better than what we have. We still don't have a low, but at least that potentially complicates who has the nut low. This is why it's tough to play high only hands in this game. Aha! We still take half the pot. Ah, Raz. One thing I know about Raz, you don't want pairs. Oh, alright, so change that line of thinking. Oh, be jamming. What does everyone do? Queen, queen 10 for the up cards? We could have bluffed at this with a 6. I should have paid more attention. I just saw that Jackson was like, no, thank you. You won the hand, sir. Iceberg King, you have won this hand. All you have to do is bet. 5 potentially complicates it. Why would you ever bet this? You have essentially 2 dead cards. Oh, you have trip aces. East Coast better, dude. You're wrong game. Playing for the low. 10, 5, 7, 6, 5. He doesn't know that we paired up. Now he takes lead in the hand. Not lead like in terms of betting, but in terms of like strength of hand. Like you could have a 6 under there, you could have an ace under there. Now his pair and my 4 switches it back to us having the stronger hand. Because essentially this is like a dead card. He got like not a card, and then now our jack looks better compared to not having a card. a king is essentially the same thing. Not exactly, because at least it does play, but like you never want to play king high in Raz. So king is like getting dealt a blank card whenever you pair one of your cards that's already up. It's like getting a blank card. You just know, your opponent knows it doesn't help you. Queens and jacks, essentially the same thing. Tens are pretty meh. And then it comes down to like 8 or lower and like how well they are looking. Like East Coast Bitter's got like nothing. He's going to be check folding. GF Hawk looks decent, and Iceberg King looks decent. And this is now a battle of these two. Because GF Hawk has the better 2-card combo that's out there, but Iceberg has the better 3-card combo. This Jack and this 10 should have done nothing for each of them. We're in 15th. Who's above us? Lutzi, Babker, Poker Geek MN, Evil Roy, RecPoker Steve. Someone that I just listed off shot way down the list. Who was that? Lutzi. Not way down the list. It's just like the movement between hands. Bring in. Yeah, we'll bring in with the 10. But we're probably not going to be playing with our buried 8s. Yeah, I'm not. We would have been 3 cards behind each of them. Like, this is absolute prime. You probably shouldn't be betting 7-3-2 into Ace Deuce 3-4. Like, do not bet Iceberg King. Do not. Yeah. Sometimes you get caught up in the thrill of the hand itself. I think we can raise this. Binkley has a 6, but 9-9 Jack really isn't all that good. They don't know we have a buried king. For all they know, we have 3 cards lower than a 7. Nine deuce is pretty decent. Like, we hit a 5. It's really not what we want. We gotta just like start representing that we've got pretty good buried cards when we have pretty trash buried cards. Well, he got a nothing, and we got essentially a nothing. Haha. He was more scared of his nothing card than mine. We could bluff this one, similar to how we did before, but there's a deuce, 4, 4, and a 5 out there. It's just not the right spot. Last time when we did it, there was a jack, a 9, and another 9 out there. Much better cards to go after. People will just see their low potential and call. It's not like, this is a pretty crummy hand to have to begin with, but so was kind of our last one that we had too, because we had a buried king in there. But not a situation where we want to be bluffing. Really easy spot for them to take it. 6, 6, 7, 6, 5, 4. We'll get to see what they do. On the off chance that they all fold, we would raise it. I don't think that'll happen. I would assume one of these two end up raising. In which case, I think we just give it up. There's the raise, and we'll just fold and let them have this one. Gross. Limp. Just pass. I'll take a pass. Late reg ends in 2 minutes. We've got 71 entries, so a little bit more than I thought. So that point total is growing for their potential to catch up. Nothing is really going to change what they need to do to be able to catch me, though. Patty will still need a top 3. McVean would still need to win. And that's all dependent on how do we actually do. 7, 5, 4, 3, 2. That's a pretty good hand. 3, 8, 8, 10, 5, ace, 4, 6. Probably just give it up when we're paired and their up cards are so good. Oh. Stretch time. Oh. So I believe after this we're going to switch to stud, which is going to throw a ton of people off that aren't paying attention, because all of a sudden it's going to look like the same game, but it's not going to be the same game. We bring in... It should switch games here in like just a second. We just hit the 40-minute mark. We're going to fold this because they're still playing Raz, and that's not good. Looks like we finished registration. Officially 71 entries. So when we're talking about what does that picture look like, 71 entries is going to be 84 points for first, which is essentially what McVean would need to do, because he could get 59 for second. But we automatically get 10 just for playing in the game. So he needs to make up... he needs to score at least 62 to be able to make up the 52. And that would be assuming that we... Oh, this is stud now. And that's not a good hand for us. So he needs to score at least 62 to be able to make up the 52 points. So he needs to get at least first. Again, Patty needs to make up 34 points. We get 10, so he needs to score at least 44 points. He needs to finish top 3. Let's say Patty goes on to win it. We could finish 34 points below that, which would be 4th, right? What's this minus this? No, I can't finish 4th or 3rd, right? If he wins it, it's going to be... The only way I can stop him from winning Player of the Series is if he wins it, is if I would then get second, which doesn't seem all that likely for us to finish 1-2. But on that off chance, if he finishes first and we finish second, we would still block him from Player of the Year. All hearts, but there's a heart, there's a heart, there's a heart. None of them are the 7 or the 8 of hearts, though. Hopefully no one raises it up, because I would very, very happily just call 30 here. A deuce. Just what we were hoping for, right? We were like, hey, what card would we like to see? The deuce of spades. Not quite. Followed by the queen of spades. This really isn't playing out the way I had originally hoped, because there's our 7 of hearts. We wanted this, and there's our 8 of hearts. We wanted that. Those were the 2 nut cards for us if we could have gotten those. See, he got it on the first draw. He got that on the second draw. Why couldn't we have done that? I don't like this. I don't like this. No PLO in the rotation. I thought PLO was part of it. Line. Crappy typing. Stud res. Stud 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm pretty sure that's the 8 game. Binkley says, yeah, it is. Haha. All right, Patty is just sitting at starting stack, McVean at 5,800, us at 6,900, so we've got the lead. We're playing every game, wow. All 8 of them. In the 8 game, we're playing every game in there. Kings and threes, that was 2 pair, right? 2 pair, kings and threes, okay. This is a beautiful stud 8 or better. Not stud high. Man, limp games are so relaxed. Everyone's going to end up surviving the first hour. Which, to me, says this could be an absolute grind. This tournament could go very, very late into the night. Is my thought then. No one gets eliminated at the first break. Do like the blinds go up substantially? The next time we play through the rotation, it roughly doubles. But is that enough? That's not going to be enough. This game's going to go on forever. Oh my gosh. Oh no. Oh no. This is going to be a long tournament. If I'm looking at this correctly, like, I think this tournament could go on for legitimately like 4 hours, 5 hours. Yeah, I don't want to play this. I have a pair of 2s, but ugh. I think this is going to go on a long time. So if it's going to go on a long time, what do? We prioritize the games that we are best in. So then we go more aggressively in deuce to 7 triple draw. We hold off and limit hold'em. We play more limit raz, less stud, way more stud high low. No limit hold'em we probably play normally, and then PLO we probably just hold off on. I think that's the general plan. He's raising up a 6. We have a 6 that potentially blocks him from having a pair. 7 potentially blocks us from having a pair. 10s block each other. Then this random 5. But we want the flush. Really, they don't know that this 5 is blocking our flush draw. It's an 8. It's a decent-ish card. Now the 5 and the 4 are blocking us. This 9 also blocks us. By blocks us, I mean like it's taking away some of our outs. He can't have rolled up 6s, can he? He just can't. This will go late. Yeah, Colin. Dang it. Is 4 hours like a legitimate guess? Played for over 5 hours on one of the practice nights. No. No. Really? I have to call with my pair of aces, right? He keeps betting. He's been betting since the start. He has not clearly like improved on anything. Like he would have had to have 7-9 underneath there. Like, do I think he's rolled up? Like, we just hit a straight now. Oh, he checks. Dang it. Yeah, see, he just didn't have anything ever. Did you think we were playing 8 or better? King, Jack, 8. I think we'll just give it up. Practice games have gone into 1. Yeah. This is gonna be a long night. Alright. Remember when I said we were going to stick around and sweat until Patty busts? That might be tough if this goes on super late. But then at the same time, probably a decent chance for us to run deep enough into the night. Oh, man. Talk about the ultimate finale of the mixed game series. If only we had done this for the No Limit Hold'em version. Not just regular deep stacks, but supreme deep stacks. Start with 20,000 chips instead of the normal 3. That's essentially what this is going to play like. It's a straight. Stud, high, low. And wow, everyone got a good starting hand for the low part of it. We do have a flush. The 5-8 potentially is all right. I'm just going to give this up, though. I was gonna check raise when we hit that straight versus Iceberg King when I was saying like that doesn't make sense when they keep betting, but then they just check behind. So my plan was to check raise with our straight, even though it was a small straight. It just none of his betting had made sense, so I wanted to like continue to allow him to bluff. Practice games 5 hours. Buckle up, everyone. We're gonna have a long night ahead of us. We're almost at break here. 3 minutes, and then we're gonna be taking a break. When you guys are seeing this, you're probably already on break, but I'm going to take that full time. I'm going to go get some water. I'm going to go inform my wife that, hey, this is probably going to go pretty late into the night. And don't wait up for me. Stud high low. Hello. It's pretty decent to have a pair of deuces. 1, it takes away deuces from your opponent. 2, it gives you a pair, so you can hit two pairs and combos and such. And we have a low card to go with it, so we are going to be at least eligible for the low if we can draw correctly towards it. The 6 helps. East Coast Bitter getting the deuce stinks. It's exactly the card he wanted to get. And when they get something that they want, it does not make me happy. He checks, though. Queen is not good for us. 5 is another good card for him. Binkley's got 2 to a low. Hawk's only got 1 to a low, 2 to a low, 2 to a low, 3 to a low. Should be a bet. Is Binkley calling because he's got 2 low cards under there? We kind of have pivoted our low hand into a high hand, and I don't necessarily like that. Does not seem like a switch that you want to be making to go, okay, we're drawing dead in the low, let's maybe get a high. This is just so scary. Like, he could have a wheel and just have everyone crushed. And a check. That's the wheel. That's exactly what we're talking about. He has everyone crushed. Nailed it. Ace 5. It was a beautiful start, and all we needed was something 8 or lower. Next break, starting soon. We're going to play this one out, and then we'll be on break. 10 raising really doesn't make any sense. You don't want to be raising with a high-only hand unless it's something as strong as, like, rolled up 10s. Even a pair of 10s, not that good. Pocket aces under there? Okay, maybe, because that's like the next strongest hand. But really, how are you going to feel with just pocket aces? Probably not the best. We want to hit a low card or a high card, so we're kind of okay with everything. 6 is decent. Him getting an 8 is really nice. Him getting a 5 is not nice. Him getting a 10 is really nice. GF Hawk has the worst hand in this situation. Now I'm confused. Takes down a big pot. Exactly. And I was saying, like, hey, he could have ace 3 underneath there for the wheel. And most certainly he did. The 9 stinks for us. 9s are absolutely dead cards. Unless you got something like 10-8. I think we fold. The 6 was decent, but the 9 really just kills our equity. Les Paul should have a high card hand. East Coast Bitter should have a low with some high potential. And we have a 6-5 ace. We're drawing 2. We need to hit 2 exactly low cards or 2 exactly high cards. And wow, that is beautiful for East Coast Bitter. Apparently he's going to start loving stud 8 or better. I'm going to take a break just so we don't run out of time. I think it gives us 5 minutes regardless, but I will. This hand's almost over. But once it's done, I'm going to take off. High. There's no low. Dang. All right. Be back in just a little bit. All right. We made it back just in time. Wife is like, what the heck are you guys doing? That's going to take 5 hours to play. This is going to be tough on me. I've been playing a lot of poker recently, and I'm exhausted. I'm tired. Ugh. I was up till 2 in the morning last night with the tag team tournament with Chris. So I'm already, like, deprived on sleep. Why do I have to get a 9 to go with this? This is such a beautiful buried cards to have. King. I think we could still, like, we're worried about East Coast Bitter. Maybe we can just, like, get him to fold out of confusion because he's been winning so much. Like, I've got to stop. Can't push my luck. This is beautiful for him to hit that. Pretty good for him to hit that too. Pretty
for us to hit that. I think we can bet here. There's a chance we can get some folds, especially if the next card like compounds what each of these just had happen to them. Queen's not necessarily good, but we are gonna be free rolling here in a second. If we can hit any low card, we're automatically free rolling. Pyow. Close enough to a free roll. Aces and sixes should win it. I doubt he's gonna have two pair beat. He doesn't know we have a high, but we do in fact have a high. This is why it's so nice to play low cards, because when we're on such a strong draw there. So we have 3 ace, 7 6 for a low. He's showing king, queen, 7. So he's got king, queen, 7. He cannot really be drawing to a low. He'd have to have 7 low card, low card. Why would he have low card, and then play a king? So, you know he's got something else high card. Here's his king that went with it. You know he's drawing dead to a low. He's potentially got 7 and 1 other low card. He's drawing dead to a low, which means if we can hit a low card, we're free rolling for half the pot, so we can keep betting. If we don't hit a low card, it would literally have to be like king, queen, jack, 10. Those are the only like dead cards for us, because then all of a sudden we hit an ace, we pair our aces, we hit a 6, and we have 2 pair all of a sudden once we bricked our low draw, but we drilled a backdoor high hand. That's why it's so beneficial to play those lows. Because even when you brick your draws, you actually scoop the pot. Sometimes. We could have hit king, queen, jack 10, but... Backer up until midnight last night and in the office at 7:30. Yep. That's kind of what I'm doing. I think I'm on... I think I got just under 5 hours of sleep. So let's call it like 4 and change. Over 4.5 of sleep last night. And then played poker today too and worked a half day. And then now I have this. So yeah. We should get some coffee. No, if I got coffee right now, I'd be up all night. And I can't have that, because then if I drink coffee and can't fall asleep till like 2 in the morning, then I'm just compounding it even worse. Who wants to play these games so late into the night? Oh, look, Tired Babker is in first place right now. Nice shot, Babker. I am literally cheering for everyone except for Patty. Babker, way to go. Merrick, yes, you can do it. Noah, Elvis, my booty, RecPoker Steve, Poker Geek, everyone. I hope you all do amazing. Just bust this guy and this guy. Don't let him do it. Oh, baby. This is... like getting dealt kings and hold'em. Oh, he brings in, like he doesn't just bring in, he bets. Stud, like normally when you play the other games, you always just bring in. Stud 8 or better is actually one where you can like open. I very much could have raised this, but didn't feel the need to. This is great, but we're not necessarily free rolling the low like we were previously, because 5 deuce definitely could have a better low than us. Oh, that's beautiful. Well, so Binkley's in control for the low. Iceberg King was trying to say I'm in control for the high, but I think we're actually in control for the high with a backup low. the smart move would be for them to keep raising and pin me in the middle. Because I am kind of in the middle. I'm playing both the high and the low. It's scary now. I want him to keep betting though. I want him to call because now we're gonna pin him in the middle. Binkley should have the low, right? The only way he doesn't have the low is if he's got. He can't. I'm trying to think. Can he potentially have a better high than me right now? And he can't. He can't beat a flush with any cards that he has buried. So does that mean we raise since we've got the high on a lockdown? Because there's a potential he doesn't have a low. He could have deuce 5 or ace 4 under there. And he has 2 pair with no low. Oh my gosh, it worked out. Oh! I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting to still split. I was still expecting to split that pot. But when we have the high locked up, we're gonna. So here's what I'm thinking is gonna happen. We've gone this long with 6 people being eliminated. I bet we at least double that in the next 10 minutes. I bet 8 to 10 people bust in this no limit hold'em portion. It's my guess. We started at 65. I bet we end at 55. Oh my god! Just like that. It's crazy. It's ridiculous. So that was I said we started at 65, right? So there was 1 elimination. Oh, split. I guess it wasn't necessarily split. It could have gone club. Dang, McVean won a big hand in no limit hold'em apparently. I think the smart move is to take it kind of easy in the no limit hold'em section, just because it's got a lot of variance in it. And variance just from the wide swings in chip stacks, right? You get into a big hand in other formats, and like I typed out in the chat, I think some people saw it, but like you work so hard to win like 600 chips in the other formats, and then it's just like boom, here comes like 3,000. Like GF Hawk can play like 3-4 hands wrong in other formats and then finally bust. He plays 1 wrong in this version, bust. I have to raise here. Feels like it would be a sin not to. Now we're going to bet big. He shouldn't have many aces. He maybe has like a 7 or a jack, but this just gives us all the ammo in the world to barrel. Offsuit ace-5, we're probably just going to let it go. Yep. I mean, there's some thought, like pot odds, like calling 4 ways with a hand that can like flop the nuts. But I think we just often get into way more trouble than you want to with ace 5. You need to hit like exactly 2, 3, 4. If you hit ace and a 5, you feel all right. We still have only had 1 elimination, which I'm really surprised by. I figured people would just start throwing the chips around. I mean, we dang near saw 2 eliminations at our same table. Fold that. We saw our second elimination in this section. I've got a pair. Let's raise it up to 2.2 with our 2-2. Three eliminated in this section. We will continue on the small side. Because we raised pre, this should hit our range pretty well. A turn card, not what we wanted to see. Bet, fold. Do we just lose to a queen here? I think a queen's going to call down anyways. We'd only maybe get a 3 to fold. Yeah, he's got an ace. That is never folding. Good spot for us to go check on turn and river then. There's an all-in. And a call. Ace king. That's boring. My 9-8 would have done some damage. Six eliminations so far in the no limit hold'em section. We're going to PLO in 1 minute. I think we might see some eliminations there too. And then we calm back down with the restart of the 8-game series, deuce to 7, triple draw. The one that I like to play. So Patty is in 34th place currently. He has just below a starting stack. McVean is in 14th place and has 8,600 chips. So like 1.6x starting stack. Easy fold. Last hand of no limit hold'em, and then we'll switch over to PLO, I presume, unless this goes really quickly. $4x, we're just gonna give it up. He's short stacked and go 4x, like, just stay away from those situations. See. PLO. Oh my gosh. We get aces double suited. Pot. Ben, PLO. I didn't know B Jammin was a PLO fan. If they call we pot, there's not going to be many flops that we don't pot. That's going to be a flop that we don't pot because we just absolutely dominate it. It's so hard for them to have a straight draw, right? Ace, 7, deuce. How disjointed can you actually get? But now I'm going to bet. It looks bluffy. Oh my gosh, another 7. The second nuts. I didn't think we were going to get many calls there. Oh my gosh, kings. Rainbow, though. I'm still going to pot with kings. I think it's correct. Oh my god, we hit another set. You've got to be kidding me. This time I am going to bet because it's not a big blind defense. It's someone that had already decided they wanted to play. But they snap fold. 9, 9, 6, 10. Don't think I'll play that. I mean, it's nowhere near as good as aces or kings like we just had. Man, I was going to take it easy in PLO too, but we just got double suited aces and then pocket kings, both hitting sets. Man. When you run good, you run good. Pot, pot. Top 2 versus turned top 2. That'll do it. Is this Omaha high-low? Please tell me it is, because I'd love to play this hand in Omaha high-low. We have a suited jack, deuce 3 ace. I think this is a defend. I don't know for sure, but it does have the potential of flopping quite well. We don't want to see any 7s, 8s, 9s, none of that junk. Kind of what we wanted. We could drill a wheel. But that's 4 outs. We have a pair, which we could turn trips. We could turn 2 pair of, not really this, we don't want this. It's kind of, we want a jack to hit 2 pair with. Let's see it. Diamond is not what we wanted. Diamond, no. No. Not the diamond. I imagine they'll bet big. We'll just fold. Looks like a pretty gross hand. It's actually not that bad. We really need to see a 6 on the board. Give us a flop with a 6. But I'll just give this up. It really isn't that great of a hand. We could call and play this multi-way. But I'm just going to sit this one out. Especially with B Jammin ready to jam. Put on that squeeze play. No 6, but we would have had 2 pair. We'd only be worried about deuces here, really. If we would have played this hand, I'm jamming and getting it in here. Because we would have had 9-7 for like an emergency straight draw with a 6. Jacks, 6-7 for the straight. Okay. Yeah, I think jacks should give up on that board, right? You've got an over, but it is pretty connected. I don't want to play that. No, we're not going to play that. Almost all in. Check it down. King Jack. It's he needs low cards, and he found the low cards. Ace King, 8-7. It'd be nice if these were a little bit more connected. I could have potted there. This is a weird flop. We have middle pair, backdoor straight or flush draw, gut shot straight potential. Now we have 2 pair. Bet here and then check a lot of rivers. Getting a fold is good though. Just there's not many rivers there that are good for us. So many connect with the straight in some way. Obviously there's the flush potential that could come in. What is this nonsense? The baby flush. Yeah, I figured he just goes pot here. But this is scary for a flush. Like, there's a lot of full house potential out there. I mean, obviously it has to be like aces, ace 5, ace 10, 10 5. So I guess not a whole lot of full house potential. In No Limit Hold'em, there's a lot of no full house potential, but not really in PLO. So take that back. A flush can pretty confidently bet there. We just got a crummy flush. We just call once, and hopefully they don't pot the turn or pot river. They pot river, so we just get away. Queen 10 10 6. This is like a nothing card. This does nothing to it. So would we want to play a 3-card hand that's Queen 10 10? I don't think so. I don't think that's what we would want to do. I'm going to bring up Patty's table, put it off to the side, so we can check on that if we ever need to. I think this will work. Yeah, that works. Let's change the description too to anti-sweating Patty 98. And we can check in on that every so often. Oh, what do we have? Deuce to 7, low ball. Hello. I love this game. I can't believe we have 5 people playing this hand. I have a deuce, which is really deuce and a 7, pretty relevant cards in terms of chasing nut lows and stuff like that. Still a draw remaining. Come on, someone bet. Clear out the riffraff. There it is. Failed to clear this riffraff. It's another. This is gonna be a big deuce to 7 hand. Usually you don't see pot sizes this big. Alright. Gotta say, totally expected Binkley to stay pat there. Boots also stands pat and then leads out. They ended the betting before and then bet out. 7-6-5 is pretty good. 7-6-4. I think we can raise that up. 8-6. He patted and then let out with. Okay. Just want to know. Aha. 4 ways. 2, 4. He drew 4. I'll draw 2. Well, we have made a low. The bad news, it is not a good low. Why would he lead out? He drew 4. You really draw 4 into a made low hand. 2, 1, 2. Oh my gosh, get me out of this hand. We drew some bricks. Good news for the anti-sweaters. Patty lost another hand. He's down to 2,200 chips. $87. 3, 6, 8. I can draw to an 86. I don't really want to keep the 9. With triple draw, you can always just like get another 9 if you miss a draw. 2, 2. Presume it's going to be 2. I'll check. Check. You discard 1. Ace is not good. You discard 1. Discard 2. We're out of position. I don't really want to snow, which is like bluff. So I'm just going to check. Discard 1. Ugh. I'm going to bet because he discarded 2. He's going to have to decide with someone behind him. I'm just betting on the chance that he didn't hit a hand, and then it's even less likely that they hit a hand. So I'm betting in hopes of fold. I'm not value betting with jacks here. It's turning my hand into a bluff. I like keeping 3 and drawing 2. However, I don't really want to be doing that with 3 flush cards. I can't do anything about it, but it doesn't feel good. Okay.
2-2-2. I could check or bet here. It is a really strong draw that we have. If we hit a 7 or an 8, we feel pretty good about our hand. He leads out. Really thinking about that, like 7 of diamonds coming in. Not the 3. Not the 3. 1-1 Pat. 1. I think we can call just because we have the potential of nutting up on a draw. Gosh, 9 is decent, but it's not good enough to call. I'd call an 8 or a 7, not a 9. I'd call an 8 or a 7, but not a 9. I love being in position way more than I love being out of position. I would have potentially bluffed a few hands being in position, but some of the last ones I could not bluff being out of position. I love Binkley thinking this long. He may be doing other things because I think he's setting up for Peel tonight, but I love him just thinking on the off chance that he's not sure if he should call one more bet. Three. That's beautiful for us. We will continue to bet as long as he is drawing a high number of cards. He drew 1. Now he leads. We can hit a deuce 4 or 7, so I think we can call. He's going to pat. Oh, he drew 1. I think we call here with the 10. He kept a 5. So it always shows what you drew last. He kept a 5. Mistake? We're going to raise it up with the 5-6-3. 287. That's going to be good enough for me. Draw 1. No, he stands pat. I think 87 will still win. Yep. Give me those chips. Give me them chips. We're not going to draw 3. Love deuce to 7. Love it. We're going to switch games, though, pretty soon. Wait, we should have switched to Limit Hold'em, I think. Shouldn't we have? No. Oh my gosh. Give me this hand. I love this hand. 7, 6, 4, deuce. Give me a 3 or 5, please. I have 3 draws at it. You know what you can do, Poker Stars. Discards all. Not the 4. I'm going to switch to this 4. Discards 1. All 1, 1, 2. 9 is pretty decent. We're out of position, so I'm actually going to pat here. It makes their decisions, and they could... I doubt they're going to break 9s, but they potentially should break a 9.
I want to see a fold. I pat to try and get them both to draw one, because when they both draw one, a 97 should be pretty decent. I play that differently in position, but out of position, I think I have to 100%. Great. Okay, so I might actually end up playing it the same in position, because then I'd have the information of how many they drew. But I think there, it's almost like I kind of have to turn my hand into a semi-bluff. King 7. I guess we call. Then we fold. It's almost like a semi-bluff because I'm going to fold to any raises that come out. And I don't think we're getting called by worse. But we had a strong hand. I didn't want to break it. And it looked way stronger when I pat. I'll just fold here even though it's suited. Here goes Patty in what I call Patty's patented game, Limit Hold'em. He started with around 2,000 and he's already chipping up. Someone take Limit Hold'em away from him. Make him play something else. Put No Limit Hold'em and PLO back out there. Please. We're anti-sweating Patty 98. Isn't that the funniest thing? Look at that. Up there. I can do this, I swear. Up there. Anti-sweating Patty 98. That's what we're doing. Fold. We're second in chips. Look at us go in the mixed game. Look at us go. Who had top pair? Still had top pair. Top 2 pair. Somebody keep me awake. It's gonna be a long night for me. Correction. I hope it's a long night for me. I don't know, like, can I bet enough later to... Do I bet this? It's an ace-high board. Now I bet here, right? Because I went check, check, check. Now I can bet big. I can bet 320. 8. Ah. I can't get him to fold. But I can fold. Save a bet. Raise. Give me some of those chips back. I struggle so much in the Limit Hold'em. And it's not like where you might struggle in other games where it's like, I just don't know how to play Raz or something like that. Like, I just, like, it messes with my mind so much. Like, I play No Limit Hold'em, and I know, like, strategies, things that I want to be doing, things that I'm thinking about as I'm playing. And it's like Limit Hold'em, like, messes with every single one of those things. It's like, I want to bet big. Well, how can I bet big? I bet big by checking here and then betting bigger on the turn because of the pot size. Like, is that the correct thing? I think we lead. This is just way better for us. Please find the fold. It's so hard to bluff and Limit Hold'em. Oh yeah, we did it again. Ah, man. All I have to do is just say the phrase, it's so hard to bluff in blank. And then I can win the hand by bluffing. Because that's what's happened the last few times. Do I just fold this? He can't just, like, raise uncontrollably. This is the worst ace out there. I'm in the small blind, out of position. We would have hit a 6. I fold. Alright, what's the status? 53 entries left out of the 71 that originally started with us. What does that mean point-wise? We were looking at that before. 84 points for first. What do we have? We're guaranteed at least 53rd place, which is 11.5 points. We have so far made 1.5 points for our valiant efforts, outside of just registering and busting immediately. Because just registering gets you 10 points. A6, this will play way better in position, but not versus short stack. Oh. Top pair. With the backdoor flush draw. We'll glass draw a call down and potentially bust Jimmy Boots, because I believe Jimmy Boots is just going to continuously bet this hand, knowing that they're short stacked. Good news for the anti-sweaters. Patty lost a hand, is back down to half of a starting stack. Let's get them into some of their less, some of the games that they crush less than others, and see if we can't bust them. We can't bust them. Someone else can. I asked Kelly right away, Kelly, can you bust Patty? Take all the chips from Patty. That's Kelly's assignment. Wow, look at this hand. Pow, 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 pow. Now they check. I mean, you're never folding. You're calling here. There's 6,000 chips in the middle. You're not folding to 320. I mean, I get it. If you're beat, you're beat. But why would you call all the way down if that was the case? I don't know, man. I don't know. I need to listen to some music to potentially pass the time. 84. Let's call. It's blind versus blind. I'm not going to raise because I think they call quite literally everything, because that was how I felt previously. We'll call. We just need a 7. 7 one time. Pia. No. 7 one time. I'm not going to chase it. Raise it up. Why would he lead? This is a check if I've ever seen one. There, 8 got counterfeit. Limit Omaha high low. I don't know how I feel about this. Limit Omaha high low. These are the crummiest low cards outside of the ace. Hey, Crayjax is rating. My man, how you doing? Crayjax is our friend from the WPT stuff that we did a while ago. How come my alert box didn't like show? Don't know why it didn't pop up on the screen with a big, like, woo! Hey, get that raid going. Krajax, thank you for the raid. I appreciate it. We are playing mixed games tonight. And we're going for the title. We can potentially win the Mixed Game Player of the Year for the RecPoker monthly series. We're in first place. We're trying to hold on to that spot. It's the last game of the year, but thanks for coming in. If you guys were hanging out in Krajax's stream, come on, we'll take you in. We're going to hang out here, and we're going to play all the different variants of poker. Right now we're playing Limit, Omaha High-Low. So we're playing 8-game tonight, so we're going to play essentially all the different games. We just got playing... Hey, Krajax with the subscription. There the thing works. Oh, man, I appreciate it. So much fun, all that. Oh, Ace-King wins? Beats Queens? Holds. All right. That WPT stuff that we did was so much fun. It was good to get to know some of you guys through that, so... Thank you for the subscription. Very much appreciated. Pocket eights with a deuce. It's a really crummy low. Like, this is like a terrible pair to have in our hand. The queen does nothing. Let's just give it up. Yo, Krajax. I'm really upset that my alert didn't go through and like showed the raid thing. 5-5 queen 9 no. Not in high-low. Not a chance. It feels like we just had a break, but we are going to be on break in 5 minutes. Where's the status? This tournament's going to go a long time, and we are 48 remaining out of the 71 that started. We are in second place. Look at us go. Second place. We are anti-sweating Patty. Patty is second place in the Player of the Year series. They're in 40th place. So, towards the bottom, we are actively anti-sweating them. All in good fun, though. All in good fun. But very much we want to see them bust. The other person that can catch us is McVean here in 33rd place. So good to see them down there and us up here. That makes me happy. This has all the makings of one person just getting pinned between a high and a low. Let's see. Here's the high. Oh, the high and the low. Ooh. Scoop it. This is a high only hand. I hate just playing high only hands. This honestly might just be a fold. Just because there's absolutely no low equity. So we really need just like Broadway cards to pop off. But if Broadway cards do pop off, man, we're in good shape. The bad news is like we need an ace. And when an ace shows up, it makes it much more likely that a low's going to hit. Oh my gosh. This is the nut worst. The nut worst flop we could have seen. This is substantially better of a hand. Substantially. I think that's why that is just a fold to begin with, because we have no low equity and we can just get flop dead. This hand, however,
can flop so well. The straight flush draw. Oh, we didn't hit it. It was close. We really don't want the low to pop out. Bad Patty. Yeah, bad Patty. Bad Patty. Lose, lose, lose. Why do you check call and then now bet? I mean, we just call in the river here with the... No, now we bet. Yep. It didn't make sense for them to check call flop and then lead turn. So I wanted to let them continue to bluff by just calling on the turn. Then they check river and it's like, okay, well, we still have value. We're gonna be betting here. For sure. Do we call? I think so. Because we at least have low potential. We have at least high potential. The bad news is we have a hand that can't really do both. It's so rare for us to actually be able to win the high and the low. Bottom two? It's going to be worth a call. 200 into 800. We don't want to see a diamond. We don't want to see a king. We just want to see another jack or a 10. Heck yeah. Let's go. There we go. We're doing it. All right. Break time. Status check before we go on break, though. Second place. Narrow margin. We're in second place. Good spot to be. There's 45 left out of the 71 entries. The people we are anti-sweating. McVean, 34th. Patty, 37th. Once they bust, we win Player of the Year. We need them to bust. Will it happen next hour? Maybe we'll do a prediction. Maybe we'll do a prediction when we get back. Maybe I'll do the prediction right now. Because if you're sticking around, we'll be there. Let's do a channel prediction. I need to get some water. So I'm going to run this prediction. Have it live for 10 minutes. It'll be... Where's my prediction? All right, what's the prediction? Will Patty 98 or McVean bust the next hour? Yes or no? Go out there, make your guesses. I'll do 15 minutes. So you'll have, when you're hearing this, it'll only be 12 minutes left. So you have 12 minutes to make your prediction. You do so in the chat. If you're on the web browser, go out there and fix the typo. All right, predictions live. I'm going to go grab some water. I'll be right back. See you guys in just a little bit. Gray Jacks, I love the throwback. Hopefully you don't end up in the graveyard. Yeah, that's what we brought up. We're hoping Patty and McVean end up in the graveyard. That's the hope. All right, Omaha high, low. We've got queens. That is high. We've got queen 8 suited, also high. No low potential. Oh no. He was not happy that we hit jacks full of 10s. Do I just fold queens? It's similar to like when we played the queen jack 10. King queen jack 10. It's so nitty, but it is high low. Gray Jacks, have a good evening. Thanks for the raid again. I appreciate it.
And if you came in from K-Jack Stream and is still hanging around, I appreciate that too. We're going to play a bunch of different variations of poker, so strap in. We're going to be thinking about a lot of things. Like here, we want high and low potential hands. And now I'm really happy that we folded queens. We would have had a backdoor flush draw potential, but queens is just never good here. Actually, queens, no. Queens might be good now. Because they would, with 3 on the board, I can play kings full of queens. Crummy low potential in 3-7. Crummy straight potential with just Jack 10. Crummy flush with Jack 10. When we have another 3. Easy fold. Good luck and take it down. I hope we take it down, Cray Jacks. I really do. It would be the absolute feather in the cap to go into this and only need to like hold off the competition and then to just like straight up take it down. Wow. That looks like 101,010. Seems like too many ones and zeros for me. Do we got predictions going on? We do. Ooh, people think Patty or McVean is going to bust. Oops. Give me the prediction stuff. How do I... There we go. Who's... Babker's throwing all the money on yes for Patty or McVean's going to bust. Good. I hope so too. But if no one else really bets on the no, I'm going to throw some on the no. Give you some good odds. Because right now you have pretty crummy odds. Remember, it's an or, so either one of them could bust in the next hour. And they're both kind of hovering around the bottom of the pack. Under a starting stack. Raz. Ooh, look at this hand for Raz. That's beautiful. Ace-3 buried. We've got a queen, a king, an 8. 6 and 5 is really all that we're worried about. We kind of want to draw into 6s and 5s, so unfortunate to see those, but... Alright, let's play some Raz. 3 takes the lead now. 9 isn't terrible for us. 5 is great. King is terrible for him. 10 and 10, that's even trade, I believe. And a deuce is absolutely beautiful. We're going to bet happily and hopefully get called. We're playing a 75. The best they can have is... They could have a 6 if they really have like a nutted down card, but they weren't raising at all. So I feel confident that we have won. And guess what? We did win. 10-4-3. The 10 doesn't do a whole lot. I guess I'm just going to call here and then play boards versus everyone. What did he end up calling with? Oh, he did have a deuce 5 under there, but he called me with a 10. Wow. The insult. Called me with a 10. Good for us, good for him. Good for him. He shouldn't be in this hand. I'm worried about Glassjaw. Ugh, gosh, such a good run out for him. Bad for him, bad for him. Bad for me, too. We'll give it up before we get too involved.
Really good for lefty. Yeah, it should be a bet. Wouldn't be surprised if Glassjaw still has 2 good cards under here and still is going to call down. Because you don't know that they didn't pair. If he only has 1 good down card, the fold makes sense. Ooh. 2 aces, a 4, and a 6. We have a deuce 3, which is really nice, but the queen is just like an absolute nothing. And it's always so nice to have your good cards be buried, because then it really disguises the strength of your hand. Like playing deuce 3, 7 is way better than playing deuce 7, 3. Like the deuce and the 7 buried. The 7 being the up card is like so nice. Worried about the 3 and the 5. 7 and 8 are still in pretty good shape versus us just having a 5, 6, so give it up. Still in second. I thought we won a big enough hand that we might move up into first, but I guess not. Let's keep our eyes down here on McVean and Patty. We are anti-sweating Patty. Look at the title up there. See it? Anti-sweating Patty. He's in a hand where he shouldn't win. You're playing Raz, sir. Yeah, that's not a good hand to have. That's such a good board. Yeah. I mean, I said you'd much rather have ace 4 buried and the 7 up, but this is going to be good enough for me. The ace is pretty scary for everyone. So deuce, I forgot what they folded. Shoot, I missed it. Bet. Easy bet. Yep. It's just one of those spots we just, our board looks so good. If they bring in and they fold, we will be raising it. Just due to up card strength. I don't care I have a king. A king is like a nothing, but it doesn't matter in that situation. Here I think we have the authority to do the same thing, especially when they fold. We're playing a deuce versus jack, queen, queen. Yes, please. And you want to call me with a queen? You need me to brick. I'm not bricking. Not yet, at least. You have queen 10. The best he has is 3-2 ace. And we now, yeah. That's why Raz can be, like, kind of cool. Because, like, I just get in that spot, like, I just know I win. And the correct play is so easy to make, and it's just continue to bet. Oop. We lost our Patty table. He got moved. I'm going to go find him. Oops, wrong one. Here. That's not centered all that well. Let me see if I can't fix that table. There we go. We found Patty. Let's get back over here. We'll just fold this.
The king up card ends up winning it. Ooh, this is nice, but also really scary other cards. 3, 6, 3, 4. All the cards that we want over here, the 3s and the 4s. We're just going to call. It's a good starting hand to have, but not great. A lot of it's going to come down to this first draw. 5 looks good. We drew the worst one in a 9. I think we can just find the fold then. When we draw the worst out of the 4 in a 4-way pot, and it was all really even going into it, we can just find the fold. So no limit hold'em sections coming up in. We're on Raz. I think it goes Raz, Stud, Stud 8 or better, and then no limit hold'em. So it's coming up in like 30 minutes. There's going to be a crazy amount of people that bust out in that level, I believe. That's my guess. We'll see how truthful it is, but I think there's going to be a lot of people that bust out then. And if we end up losing Patty or McVean, that might be where it is. How did I get to play this hand? I am smashing the fold button. Forced to bring in and just call. Oh no! I forgot to bump up the odds for Babker because the prediction just closed. Dang it. And I feel bad if you lose. But if you lose, you lose. Stud. Wow! Why can't this be Stud or Raz? Or Stud 8 or better? I could have called there actually with the 3 diamonds. I did just like snap folded. But it actually wouldn't have been that crazy to call there. I mean, it raised as a bluff, but they're already in there. If it would have folded to me, I would have raised as a bluff, but paired board, double bet is allowed. The king is a good bluff card. If they fold, we have to raise. Sir. Oh my god. Why does he have to go runner, runner, flush when I go runner, runner, flush? And I don't have a heart under there. He can't have the straight flush. I'll show him his 8 of spades. Had your 8 of spades. I blocked your straight flush. Let's try this whole like raise it up situation. In terms of the 8 games that we're good at, stud high only is not one of the ones that we're good at. So I don't necessarily want to be playing a bunch of hands here. Oh, he hits a 4, that's pretty bad. It's a little bit tougher to play the up cards. In Raz, it's so easy to just play the up cards and understand like who's in control, who should be betting, who shouldn't be betting, and all that stuff.
Cat Geek, congrats on the couple of MSPT caches. Thank you. Yeah, we got a couple of MSPT caches. We played a lot of live poker this past week. I think we ended up playing 8 entries into events, cashed in 2 of those entries. So pretty good result considering they pay 11% all the time, no matter what the tournament is. So they always pay 11%. And we cashed at a rate of 25%. Wow, big bet. Yes, please. Because I have trips now. So the percentage was good. The ROI was not. We did not cash in the biggest buy-ins. Because technically the tag team that we ran the deepest in, Chris and I played that, that was like a 150 buy-in, so that was the lowest buy-in that I played. Is this stud high-low or something? Why am I playing against 4-5 and 6-2? I mean, I have deuce 9 up, so not like I look any better, but at least I was forced to bring in and didn't voluntarily put money in there. But yeah, I mean, we could have done so much better in the MSPT stuff. It was very unique. I guess not unique. Typical, the very poker-esque on how a lot of those nights went. Start off really well, doing good, building up a chip stack. Get into one situation where we just get coolered in a way. It's not necessarily like cooler situation like kings versus aces, but like one of them we had a set of kings and bet get called, and then the board runs out really crummy. They actually have a 4 flush on the board, and the guy had 10-9 offsuit and ripped a flush on the river to beat our set of kings. The very next hand we get trip kings, and the opponent has a full house. We lose a bunch there, and then we try and make our way into the money. We can't. The next night, essentially same thing, but we have aces, get it in versus king queen, and that doesn't work out because the flop comes king queen something else. So it was just constantly those situations where you're like, hey, I got a good hand, I'm in the right spot, I make the right play, and then it's just boom, here's that like bottom 10% situation where you now lose. I didn't really talk about that whole hand a lot, but he had really crappy up cards, so I just went for it. We have a 3 flush, but I'm going to give it up. Here's the anti-sweat. Patty still is kind of slowly dwindling away. I think he's waiting for other spots. If I were him, he's kind of hoping for the no-limit hold'em section, but that is very much where he could go bust. Binkley on the outer table, taking a nice size pot down. Here, Glassjaw taking a nice size pot down. Hey, Gibber! Gibber has joined our table. We're gonna bet. When the ace just limps, we'll bet our pair. I'm going to go for a big bet here, and then I'll slow down. That bet has way more equity than a lot of other ones. He shows a pair of 10s now. We have 2 pair. Is 2 pair good? We got to hope he doesn't have another pair. He does. He had aces? He limped aces. Come on. Guess we should have slowed down in those early streets, but once we got to where we did with the 2 pair, it's not like much else was going to be happening. We're going to go stud high-low in a minute here. I prefer stud high-low way more than just stud high. Is stud high my least favorite game in the 8-game? Yes. Why is he bringing in big? My least favorite limit stud is my least favorite. Limit hold'em, my second least favorite. Oh, here's McVean. Patty's in a hand. Pretty good spot. I mean, ace queen. We're in stud high. He still doesn't want to put many chips in. Stud high low. If it gets to us, I think I can raise here, actually. Glassjaw likes to play hands, so it's not as likely. Jack should do nothing for him, so this is me kind of like trying to bet away his board, especially now when I have all these diamonds out there. Yep. Unfortunately, Patty won that hand. It's okay. It's okay. My dog did come in here. Just let yourself into my room. All right. You know, we don't have to worry about Patty or McVean if we can just keep dominating like we have been previously. But I know things can change really quick, so I'm also going to be cheering for them to not do well. The anti-sweat. Why would you do this with a 9 in stud high-low? It's quite literally the worst card you can bring in with in stud high-low. McVean chose not to double bet. I think McVean's got this hand on lockdown. I don't think Glassjaw was opening up a flush draw. Does he potentially have a 4 to a flush? Potentially. Does he have a made flush? I highly doubt it. Remember when I said this is quite possibly the worst card to raise up in stud high-low? I'm not going to play it. This is pretty good. It's split, so I have the potential of going high or low, which means there's not too many cards that actually hurt us outside of a 9. If we peel off a 9, that's the worst card we could get. Everything else is pretty decent. 4, good. McVean's got the potential for a low draw. These two are playing for the high. I like my spot. I will be calling. Awesome spot for Glassjaw now when he gets the other high hand to fold, because now it's McVean and I battling it out for the other side. Queen is atrocious now. Once we got a 4, we didn't want to see the high cards pop off. And he checks. That's a big thank you. Now I gotta try and push McVean out. There it is. Pair of queens. Yeah, he had a flush. And oh, he had a low too? I was turning my hand into a bluff, and it obviously was not a good idea. I bet with queens in the off chance that he just sees my board and goes, I can't really beat a whole lot. I don't have a low. I need to fold. But he had a low and a really strong high card hand, so it was the down cards he had were the absolute worst for trying to bluff. Still think it was a decent bluff spot, but it's not going to work out when he has that. All right. We're hoping McVean does not win this. This is a huge pot. We'd want one of these three. So McVean probably drawing towards hearts. This queen, jack, 4, deuce, pretty crummy. Hopefully he does not have a flush or does not have a low sitting underneath there. The only relevant card... Oh, he had kings. Yep, that's not going to do it. That's a nice one for us to see him have. Absolutely beautiful stud high low hand. They have no idea if we're playing the high or the low. So getting this is great. We know he doesn't hit his high card. Our aces beat his jacks, so we don't have to worry about that part either. Okay, so he has trip jacks. Oh, we just brick the low. If we hit the low, we're free rolling because he doesn't have a low hand, and we can just free roll there because there's still potentially aces out there, and could get a better trips. I'm almost confident he had trip jacks. Here's the anti-sweat. We've got pocket eights. Oh no! Oh no! He wins. He won with a pair of eights. Dang it. All his opponent needed to do was hit 2 pair or trip deuces, and he couldn't do it. The good news, though, if we want to, he didn't bust out, but the good news is he's still second lowest chip stack, McVean third lowest chip stack. So the people that we want to bust are 2 of the bottom 3. We're still up here in 7th. We've gone a little bit the opposite direction recently. See? Whoops! I pulled the wrong thing away. I was trying to pull away the tournament table. Get me in there. I want this off to the side, please. Thank you.
I have trip aces up. Tens makes for an easy raise when it's 9, 8, 7, 7. It'd have to have a buried pair better than ours. 4, they could have been having a low draw, and that kind of helps them. 8 also potentially helps them. I'll check now. King doesn't help him, so now I'm going to bet. And we've got 3 pairs. He might have a low, though. Oh, he does not have a low. He must have missed. Giver says he had jacks full on that hand. I believe it. I was more concerned with making my low so I could take half the pot, and then it allows me to bet relentlessly into you. Because even if I have a made low, you have to have a full house to beat me. But when I don't have a made low, you just scoop. Oh, I've been sitting in a chair too long. Playing poker a lot. Oh, stretch. Oh, no limit hold'em. All right, let's see how many bust out here. 30 people left in the tournament. What are the blinds for this thing? 75, 150. That's still good chip stacks for no limit hold'em. 5 people bust? I think we're going to get down to 25 in this level. Do we take the spot if we have the opportunity to bust McVean? Jam, dude. 2.5, Jack 8. I think that's a call. We hit bottom pair. Not exactly what we want. He bets small. Love to see it. We're gonna call 8. I presume another bet is coming here of the bigger variety. It's a good sizing to see out of them. I think we have to fold our bottom pair. So I will. Because they should then on the river just be barreling a ton. I'm going to bet once more. I don't really want to give up. So I can't check and then take aggression back later. I have to continue it and hope he just completely whiffs. And obviously he did not completely whiff. I can definitely just fold this, but Jasper Jr. is pretty tight. I think I can get him to fold a lot of big blinds, and that's why I'm taking this route. So far, we're V-pipping 100 in No Limit Hold'em. Now we're going to bet big. When we check, we get some equity, and we have to just bet large. I don't think he has many deuces here, but him just clicking it back allows us to just try and drill this flush for free. In terms of like hitting something, that's not really what we wanted to hit. We wanted green cards and green cards only. Oh no. I missed it, but Patty doubled up. Oh, he did it in stud. Not in no limit hold'em. So he did it before we switched games. I think I take this versus McVean to try and bust him out. He did not jam, so it becomes irrelevant. But had he jammed, I think I have to just go with it to try and bust him out. Plus, I had a pretty decent hand. I don't think I can. Queen 9, Queen 10 maybe? Gosh, I want to bust him though. It's really nice to just be on his left and have position. Hopefully we can just get him to fold. I'm just calling because I want to incentivize others to call as well. If they know anything about what I'm trying to do in this tournament, it's to get McVean out. They would know that I am checking down 100% of the time. Ace or a heart. Let's go. Ace or a heart. Oh no, that's a full house. It's not what we wanted. Since the break, we've done the downward trajectory. Both McVean and Patty have gone upwards. Settle down, dog. Get out of there, computer thing. Why does McVean just have kings there? So many other things he could have there, and I just in way better position against. Ugh. No diamonds. Just ace high. We rip a 9. I'd need them both to be bluffing. Doesn't seem likely. Ugh, look at the... Oh, he bet and folded. I didn't want to cover it up, but look at this gross chip graph. We were doing so well just this upward, and then all of a sudden... oh no. We're going down the roller coaster. We're supposed to be going up. It does feel weird playing No Limit Hold'em in this rotation. I'm just going to keep raising small blind versus big, I guess. And absolutely drill it. It's a good river. Good luck, us. It's so unlikely we have a 4 here. He's got to feel like we're capped at just having a queen, which we never do this. Oh my. Ah! Gosh damn. Calls pre, calls flop. Upsize turn, still calls. Banks it on the river. Oh, man. We could have busted there. Could add Jack 10. Oh, man. When he called, I felt so good. And when he flipped over his hand, I still felt good. Only to then realize he had river to straight. He times out? He takes all those chips from me and then times out? Oh, man. How big was that pot? 9,700. Yikes. Yes. Yes, our diesel. We got wrecked. That was dirty. Dirty, dirty, dirty. Alright. All the Player of the Year leaders are at the bottom. Oh, Steve. Good run by Steve, but he just got taken out. McVean 25, Patty 20, us 18 now. We haven't been in this bad of a spot in a long time because we have been above average right away and just continued to climb it up. And like I said, we just took that big old turn.
We got into the swingy games. No Limit Hold'em started like right here. No Limit Hold'em. Now we're in PLO. That's where stuff swings around. I said I thought 5 people would bust during No Limit Hold'em. I think 1 did. Oh my gosh. Do I have to get feisty here with my aces? I have no issue with Gibber or McVean. It's really if Jasper are these two. You best fold. We're gonna pot. Nine, 10, backdoor flush draw, aces. That's gonna be good enough for me. Snap it in. He's got 8. Oh my. He's got middle pair. Middle pair with a gut shot. We've got an open-ended and an over pair. Ours is significantly better. Come on, man. Okay, thank you. We battled so hard in all those other games. We got up to 4x. I'm going to pot here so I can just pot turn as well. Watch me be up against 10-5. Or 10s. Oh my god, he's got 10s, doesn't he? Oh man, that was something. That was something. So if we go back to here, ace 9 versus kings, boom, we get it in bad, but like of a flop, like this is a good flop, boom, dead on turn. That hand stunk. This one, blind versus blind, ace 4 calls down with 3-5, banks it on the river. Aces with the open-ended draw versus an 8 in the 10-7-6. Even that doesn't like. Oh, he's got club draw. I didn't see the club draw right away. So he had a club draw with a middle pair. 8 on the turn. Pretty much dead. We need to hit a straight. Boom. Full house for him. All in when we flat trips. Against top boat. I said we'd be around to anti-sweat. Patty and McVean. This is going to take way too long. I have no interest in doing that. I feel like I just got absolutely wrecked, to use our diesels. Emotes. So, yeah. I guess we're just going to sit back and hope that Patty doesn't finish top 3. Look at this. You guys want to know how my poker went for my MSPT events? Just look at this graph. This is how everything went for me. Just generally speaking, playing live. Doing really good. Like, chip lead, near chip lead, just crushing the tables. Cooler out. I'm going to go lick my wounds. We'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow we have the normal Twitch Thursday going on. We're going to play some games there. Hopefully, when we do that stream, we'll be cheering on the fact that we are champions. But right now, I don't really feel like a champion. So, what a way. What an hour. What a half hour. Whatever it was. Like, man. I appreciate everyone tuning in, sticking around. It was hopefully going to be a long night, but 27th is what we finished. I don't think anyone guessed that. Let me just double check. No one guessed it. Let me make sure I type that down too. Who was it that busted us? Glassjaw. All right. That'll be it for us. Again, everyone, appreciate it. I'm going to go get some rest because I need it. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace out.